3-2. Looks like the softball players are here. Foul ball.
This is Brooks Keefe, the shortstop, in this leadoff spot. The lineup opposing Guanci. After him, Riley Schmidt, Shane Keogh, Chris Kanuski, Sachs, the left fielder, DeWitt.
That ball's upstairs.
Bodie Bartram, the second baseman, David Bartram, the catcher, and rounding out the lineup is Wyman.
Ian Modd's on the mound for the headers.
And he runs that one in on the hands. Visnick scoops, throws, got him.
Play.
Noah Guanci, last time we saw him, coming off a beautiful, beautiful performance against Methuen.
Yeah, you got the, as you can see, the flag. Wind's blowing from left to right. It'll probably move. It'll probably change at some point. But it gives you an idea of, as an outfielder, how to go chase after the ball. You can see Koloski playing towards right center over the nice breaking ball down in the dirt. A little change up, actually.
Yeah. That is the thing with Guanci. He can throw his off-speed stuff at any time in the count. Mixes in all three pitches extremely well.
Right down the middle, strike two.
And when he is on,
Noah might be the quickest pitcher that we see. Not necessarily fast, but quick on the mound. Problem with the wind like this, it makes it hard to get a grip on the ball. So you'll see, like that last pitch that kind of got away from him a little bit.
Breaking ball fouled off, back up and near the house. Rolling all the way to the fence. I'd say it's going to be a tough day to hit today.
Yeah.
It's cold. Anything that run in on your hands, it's going to hurt.
Oh.
As he hit him.
Okay.
That hurts too.
Yeah, okay. So. That'll go in as an HP. I don't know.
I love how
he almost swung on that.
I love how Sachs is not on the roster we were given, but he's batting fifth.
Okay. Maybe call up
strike
through and strike in there.
Unless he just completely wrote it wrong in his sheet and it's actually not Sachs, but it's
it could be. Maybe there's another name on that roster. Coach Mike Giardi, true professional, gives us a lineup with first and last names.
Yes.
The only thing missing is the phonetic pronunciation.
Swung on and missed.
Dom, this is a very typical day for an April vacation baseball game. High 40s, low 50s, but the wind chill makes it feel like it's about 40. Yeah, ball's outside.
I was spoiled last game.
It was nice and sunny this morning, too.
I know.
But you knew there was a baseball game, so the clouds were going to be coming. And runner's not going. Fouls it off.
Shane swung on and slaps it foul the opposite way. Back towards the track. This is Shane Keogh, the right fielder.
This is Captain lefty. Shane Keogh.
Breaking ball on a nice one, but I guess the upset it broke around the plate.
Keogh coming into the game hitting .556.
Wow.
I mean, it's still early, but fouls
and
it off.
Swung on and once again fouls it off the opposite way.
And so maybe that's the reason why he doesn't get beat on a lot of pitches.
Yeah, I was about to say, Shane got out of the box there and gave a little bat flip to himself. I think he felt like he missed his pitch. Swung on and once again slapped foul, and Shane doing what good hitters do.
Keogh got himself a quab already. More than 6 pitches in an at-bat. Riley Schmidt is on first base right now, also hitting over 500.
Swung on and fouled off again. And Rich, I truly think it's one of those things that distinguishes average hitters from really good or great ones. The ability to spoil pitches when pitchers make their pitch.
Oh, nice pitch there.
That one swung on and flared up the third baseman. Visnick going over.
Stays in bounds, too.
Yeah.
Did not go out of play. You see the line right down there. It was about a step away from going out.
Yeah.
Call that
nice job by Visnick and a nice job by Guanci. Shane was battling and battling. Guanci didn't give him anything, though, and eventually gets him to foul out.
8-pitch at bat. Marblehead's averaging over 11 runs a game right now.
Wow.
Over. Stopped there by McGrath.
This is the first baseman, Chris Canusko.
Marblehead 3-2 on the year. They lost 8 out of 9 starters from last year.
Wow. So definitely a new look Marblehead team.
Yeah, quite a few of them were all-stars, including Skylar Schmidt. I'm sorry, Skylar Schmidt. Riley's on first base right now. That's a nice pitch.
Guanci pouring in that strike on the outer half of the plate. Ooh, he's got a big lead over there.
Yeah.
Nice job. He's going to throw to second. He's got a beat on him, but no.
Not going to be able to make much of a play on that.
Staffier had to kind of spin around as he scoops that ball and probably made it so he didn't quite have his feet underneath him when he made that throw.
You know, Dom, you said earlier that you didn't think there were going to be a lot of people at the game. But
yeah, the crowd has showed up.
The row and behind the backstop is pretty crowded.
I know. It ended up being more people than I thought.
Usually have more people out in the outfield. Doesn't seem like we got many out there today. You know, this 12 o'clock start makes it a little difficult for the parents who want to come watch the kids play.
But luckily,
when work duty calls.
Luckily, we stream live on YouTube.
And stopped by staff here there. That's why it's just you and me today, right?
Yeah.
Al had to work that full-time job. I know you folks at home think that we get paid big bucks for this, but we gotta have full-time jobs in order to do this. Stop on staff here. That one's down.
And a rare walk from Noah Guanci. Did that almost look like a pitch around after the guy got to second?
Yeah, maybe they're figuring.
I mean, usually you can do that
first base open
when the next guy's a righty, but Chris, a very good hitter. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball there.
Breaking ball took a little off it. Staffier going out, having a little talk.
Yeah. So this is Sachs, who is not on our varsity roster.
Flip the page over. Oh, there he is. Charlie Sachs.
There it is. Charlie Sachs. I was like, come on, man. There's no way. We're managing the papers and the info as best as we can. The minute we let him go at all, the wind's going to take it halfway down the street.
All down the dirt. Oh, we're throwing a lot of breaking balls today. Looks like. It could be a matter of scouting, knowing that Marblehead sits on fastballs.
Maybe. This is what I mean. The minute you take your hands off it.
All right, there we go.
Oh,
inside.
Down and in, and Noah going through a little mechanic control problems right now. He's missed on that same side down in the dirt a couple of times.
Yeah, Marblehead doing a nice job not chasing pitching. A little daylight play.
Throws back.
Just keeping him honest over there. That play, you don't have to get a guy out for that to be effective. Just keep the guy closer to the base.
Yeah.
That one's down in the
and
dirt.
That one missing as well. So back-to-back walks by Noah. There is 2 outs in the inning.
So 2 walks and a hit batter. loads the bases up.
And that'll be for the designated hitter, Chris DeWitt.
Coach going out, have a little talk with him. There we go. Can't let go of these scorebook stuff.
Nope. Not at any point are you going to be able to do that today, Rich.
No, we're at 26 pitches already.
Guancy winds and fires, and this is one off. Oh, no, never mind. It was a strike. Late strike call.
A little late with that call.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the late calls on those.
Ooh. This thing up and away.
As you can see, Marblehead's got themselves a little set up. All kinds of cameras and apparatus on the backstop there.
Yeah.
Including a radar gun.
Swung on and drubbed foul straight into the dirt. And Guancy in the driver's seat now. Ahead 1-2. As you mentioned, they've done a good job not chasing that breaking ball, though.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what Noah turns to here. Line, fire, swung on. He left that one out over the middle of the plate. That's going to drop into left field.
Runner.
Shane's going to score. And Marblehead on the board early. Thanks to the RBI single by Chris DeWitt. Guancy, 2 strikes. And I'm sure that's not really where he wanted to put that pitch.
No, I don't think so. I think, you're struggling to hit the strike zone. Sometimes you just try to get it over, try to sneak a fastball by.
So Riley Schmidt scores on the RBI single by DeWitt. That one up, popping out of the mitt of Staff here, but no one will go anywhere. And this is Bodie Bartram, second baseman.
Now you can see why Marblehead's averaging so many runs per game. 2 runs.
Oh, yeah, you're right, too.
Yeah, they had the runner on second going. They weren't even hesitating. Figure with the wind blowing, you got to make a good throw.
Yeah. And with 2 outs, I mean, you probably
you're already going anyway.
You probably should be able to score from second. So Riley Schmidt and Cadusko, the 2 men to score. Marblehead in front, 2-0. And Bartram pops it high. Second baseman, the wind blowing. First baseman's there. Casey McGrath makes the catch, and that does it for the first. So Guancy suffering through a few control issues right there. Eventually Chris DeWitt able to make it pay with a 2-run single. On to the bottom of the first. Marblehead 2, Beverly coming to bat.
Yeah, so as we were saying, Marblehead scoring over 11 runs a game. You saw a lot of patience right there. Not chasing bad pitches. Guancy with the count up the pitches.
Yeah.
Over 30.
Oh, definitely over 30.
Yeah.
They really made Noah work this time around. But yeah, I mean, as you said, totally. The big thing there, a great job of not chasing the breaking ball.
Yeah. 32 pitches.
So the starter opposing the Panthers is Ian Maud, and the lineup that he will look to face is Logan Petrosino leading off, followed by Devin Kalowski, Ian Visnick, then Martin in the cleanup spot. Casey McGrath, Tim Carter, Noah Staffier, Graham Gavin. As we said, I think he was called up a couple of days ago, or this might be his second game.
Well, right? Graham's pitched a little bit on the varsity. He went down to the JVs, got himself a little playing time, get some at-bats. Now he's out there in the outfield today.
Yep. And then rounding out the lineup for shortstop, Jonathan Reyes. Something else go flying? Oh, you were doing that. I know something was about to go flying.
Yeah. No, it just fell out, that's all.
Okay.
No, Dom, it's a little hard to hear with the wind.
Oh, it's really hard to hear.
Each other, that is.
It 100% is.
Yeah. Peter O'Brien's in the house. Yeah, Peter's not liking the awful wind. Not a lot of people enjoy the wind at a baseball game.
No. Especially when you're not in a stadium nice and enclosed to break any of that way.
Yeah. Right.
All right, Logan stepping in. Panthers got some work to do. First pitch swinging, swung on, beats it on the ground over to second. Bodie has it, throws to first, and got him.
All right, so it looks like I've got the broadcast started a little late. So if you joined us and missed
early.
part of...
We didn't start. They started early.
Oh, no, well, that's true. That's true.
Swung on, ground ball again over to second. Bertram there, throws, got him. 2
pitches.
Ian Maud, efficient. 2 pitches, 2 groundouts to second. So are they just now going live and tuning in?
No, I think...
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I'll redo everything.
Yeah, we'll do a recap after the inning for the fans watching at home.
Maud winds
And again, as our cameraman Mark Lehman pointed out, it wasn't that we started late, it was that the game started about 10 minutes early.
Yeah, pretty much right on the nose, 10 minutes.
The umpires showed up early. Generally, they get here like 2 minutes before start time. And it's one of those things where it's, all right, we're here, let's go, let's start.
Maud winds and fires, and that one missing.
I don't really think about the broadcast when they do this stuff.
That one missing as well. So after 2 pitches, 2 outs, he's fallen behind badly here to Visnick, missing with 3.
Rob Chapman's in the house.
Wow, that means something's wrong.
That one missing again.
One missing 2. You got 3-1?
Yep.
Came in the wind died.
And ball 4, so he walks Ian.
All right, so there goes your perfect game. Jack Dean's in the house, as always.
Is he? Oh, no, I just heard him.
Just joined us right here.
Have the ambient mic on. Winter baseball. It's really good.
Right, so here is Martin with Visnick on. Swung on, ground ball
nice
hard,
start.
but the third baseman scoops it. Bad throw over to second, but
And they call it.
Bodie does a good job of scooping that out of the dirt. Busy inning for Bodie Bartram over there at second.
Yeah. Another busy inning for Ian Mudd. 8-pitch inning.
Yeah. That was a nice play over there by the third baseman on a hard
it
hit
was
ball.
a hard hit ball.
And then a nice play by Bodie on the throw to be able to scoop that out of the dirt.
Okay for them starting 10 minutes early.
And Ian Maud, other than the walk to Visnick, doing a good job of pouring in strikes and trusting his defense behind him. So as we go to the top of the second here, I don't know exactly when everybody tuned in, but Marblehead in front, 2-0. Noah Guanci battling through some control issues early in that first inning. Got the bases loaded. Chris DeWitt eventually made him pay with a 2-run single. Guanci able to get out of it with no further damage. And looking to get his mechanics roll back right here in the second.
So now for a lefty, with the wind blowing from left to right, it's going to cut down on that breaking ball a little bit.
Yeah.
It's going to cut down on the break. You actually, when you're a breaking ball pitcher, you actually like the wind blowing in your face. That helps give a little more resistance to make that break a little bit better.
That makes sense. Now, I've always been confused on the knuckleball. I've heard conflicting things. Is wind bad or is wind good for that?
I would imagine it can be both. Because with the knuckleball, you really don't know where it's going.
Exactly.
And so the wind can cause havoc. So sometimes a ball that's going to be a ball, the wind might blow it into a strike and vice versa. I would imagine it's probably worse.
Probably.
That's a strike.
So here is David Bartram, the catcher, standing in 8, 9, and 1. Due up in the inning. He leans out there and slaps that one foul well off into the first base side.
And again, as we pointed out, if you look at the flag blowing out in center field, see what the fielders are going to have to worry about. And the fans and the broadcasters. It's a slightly different worry. Oh, that ball just got away.
Watsy's looking down on the mound at his landing spot. More than anything, though, it looks like Noah struggling with the release point a little bit.
Yeah.
Gets that one back.
Started 0-2. Now it's full.
Yeah, it was low, though. Kind of excuse me swing.
Yeah, I know.
Able to get a piece of it, though, and foul it off and stay alive. A high fastball, and he looked like he didn't want to halfway through. Wansy gets him fishing and gets the punch out. First strikeout of the game for Noah. We talk about it so many times, Rich, that high fastball. It looks so tempting, but you're never going to get the hands up there in time.
It's hard to lay off. Yeah, and it looks, when you're watching, it looks like the ball rises. It's not that it rises, it's just that most fastballs, the ball dips down because you're throwing in a downward motion.
Yeah.
So the high fastball, when it doesn't dip, it just seems like it rises.
That one on the outside corner for Noah as he pitches to the number 9 and Wyman. Swung on and fouled off.
Yeah, Noah not wasting any time out there, that's for sure.
No. He never does. Once again, fouled off. That one's going to hit the house.
Yeah, Marblehead just fouling a lot of pitches off.
Everybody in this lineup doing a very good job of being able to make contact. Even Bartram going down swinging fouled off a number of pitches before Noah got him to really fish that one out of the zone.
Nice
Swung on and missed on the breaking ball. And Guancy rebounding so far here in the second with back-to-back punch-outs.
Back to the top of the order now.
Good. Back up at the top, Brooks Keefe rounded out to Visnick his first time. That was off speed.
Yeah, a little late break on that one.
Right.
Grooves that one in.
That one up, catching the inner half of the zone. Swung on and missed. Gets that one by Brooks, and Noah ahead 1-2 now. Trying to rebound with a nice quick inning. Does wonders for that pitch count. Swung on and missed, but the ball's going to get away. I think Brooks is going to make first. He is.
Yep.
So Noah with his third punch out here in the second inning. Unfortunately, though, the inning will continue on the drop third strike.
You know, it's unfair to the catcher to call it a drop third strike.
That is true.
On a play like
that.
But
that's what you call it.
You didn't actually drop it.
That was not an adjective of how the play went. That's right. Just what you call the play.
Right, exactly. It's a nasty pitch, too.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing over.
That wind's starting to blow straight in now.
Yeah. As we said, the direction is going to keep changing.
Yeah.
Goes down.
That one swung on and laced through the gap between third and short. That was Riley Schmidt, hit by a pitch his first time and scored, and this time the laces one in the left field for a base hit. And now Shane Keogh. Him and Guanzi had quite the battle his first time before he finally got him to pop out to Visnick. Breaking ball in for a strike on the inner half.
8-9 pitch up there.
Yeah.
You call that a strike?
Yes, he did.
Interesting call.
High fastball gets him to beat it in the ground at first. McGrath bobbles, pitches to Guanzi, got him. Nice job by Noah to working out of the threat there. He punches out 3 in the inning, gets Shane to bounce out to McGrath. 3-1 for the putout. And Noah through the second inning unscathed that time. On to the bottom of the second. Marblehead 2, Beverly nothing.
Guanzi with 53 pitches through 2 innings. So he didn't throw as many in that last inning, but that first inning really, really weighed on him a little bit.
He ended up throwing quite a few though in that second inning too. Just after that, unfortunate that strike getting away from him.
Yeah, three strikes in the inning, but five batters. Marblehead is also in the Dunn division. They moved over from the Lynch. So the Dunn division this year is made up of...
So it'll be 5, 6, and 7 to face Maud here in this inning. Casey McGrath, Tim Carter, Noah Staffier.
So this is a Dunn division matchup, by the way. For those of you who don't know, the Northeastern Conference is made up of 10 teams. They split the conference into 2 divisions, the Dunn and Lynch divisions, named for the 2 gentlemen who have really formed the conference. The Dunn division consists of Beverly, Danvers, Gloucester, Marblehead, and Masconomet, which if you were to put the teams, all the teams in alphabetical order, those would be the first 5. I can't take credit for that. I have to say Matt Williams wrote that in the paper today. Ball in the gap.
In the hole to short, long throw. High, and it's going to take him off the bag. He's going to run here for second.
Man,
oh no, they're going to get him.
Was there? Oh, the bobble.
And bobbled it over there.
Show him the ball.
Where's the ball?
All right.
No, he's safe.
So the slide, I don't know if he had the ball on the slide and it knocked loose, or I think he was trying to recover the ball. So what are you calling that one, Dom?
I'm going to call it a hit and then an error.
Hit and an error?
That was a long throw. It was going to be close no matter what.
Yeah, McGrath getting down the bases.
One swung on and laced foul.
Casey getting down the baseline there, forcing the high throw. It's not a lot of room over there, so if you take that turn, you better get going. That'll move the runner. That's a little no man's land there.
Bartram has it, flips to first. It's been a busy day so far for him.
Again, Maude pretty efficient with his pitches.
Yeah, he has been.
If you're around the strike zone, forces guys to swing the bat. And that ball, watch out for my car.
Oof.
Not my car. Someone else's car. Car right in front of mine.
How close was it to hitting your car, though?
Not really. I mean,
oh, okay.
My car's parked right behind that guy.
Okay. Yeah. That one swung on off the glove.
The runner's going to score.
Of Maud on the first. Got him, but the Panthers across with a run.
Fielder's choice.
So small ball a little bit by the Panthers. Good job making sure to hit the ball to the right side to get him over to third, and then good job making contact again to the middle infielder to be able to get the run in, and the Panthers cut the deficit in half.
Girls have a softball game.
So this is Graham Gavin, the right fielder, stepping in now.
I believe this is his first start.
Huh?
I think this is Graham's first start, varsity start for Beverly.
It might be.
I don't know what they did the last couple of away games, so I'm sure we'll be notified shortly. Ball's down in the dirt. Graham taking the pitch. You know, Beverly got lucky with Graham. I mean, he's a good ball player, but they get a couple more years of Ann Gavin, his mom, helping out with the boosters and all that kind of stuff. If I'm starting a team, Ann is one of my first picks as the team mother.
Yeah, she does a lot of work.
Oh, run
that one on the inner half, called strike 3. And that will do it for the Panthers in the second. They push across the run, though, on the single and then error, getting McGrath to second, followed by a couple of groundouts to get him in. And on to the top of the third, Marblehead 2, Beverly 1. Trying to think of a mechanical comp for Ian Maud. So I'm going to get you in on here as we've watched him throughout, see if you can come up with one.
Yeah, I'll have to keep it.
I have one idea in mind. I don't remember the guy's name, though. It's just in my database of having watched so much baseball.
Yep.
He was a relief pitcher. Bounced around a couple of teams, Toronto, Arizona in the mid-2000s.
Yeah, we kind of prefer, you know, for that game that we play, we prefer the guys with the unique wind-ups. And
well, he does have an interesting one, Maud.
Yeah.
He kind of dips down, goes low, not with the arm, but with the body, and kind of bounces back up.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on it. I haven't really been looking at his mechanics. Although I did notice that Keo kind of has a batting stance like Jim Tomey.
There's no way I can come up with comps for batting stances from out here. If I had a center field look, maybe I could more, but
yeah,
that one's harder from back here.
Okay. Yeah, it's good. All right, go on.
You know, anybody who's played baseball and wiffle ball more so has gone through many batting stances in their life.
All right, Chris Canusko standing in. Chris walked and came around to score back in the first. That one swung on and laced high into the air to center field. Tracking,
oh,
got
nice
it!
Little Willie Mays-like catch by Kowalski out there.
Wow!
Nice grab.
Devin Kowalski. That is not an easy play to make at all, going straight back like that, and as you mentioned, over the shoulder, Willie Mays style.
Especially with the wind blowing like that, too. Now, if you notice, again, you know, we like to coach the kids a little when we call these games.
Yes.
He saw the ball was hit over his head, and he just turned and ran. Grooves that one. Oh, that's a ball.
Sometimes, though, if that ball now at least was to his right at least a little bit, so he knows that you know, he turns over that shoulder.
Yep.
What you see sometimes outfielders, even when they do the right thing and go back, if it's like straight over their head, they don't know which shoulder to turn to sometimes, and they get turned around at the end. That was Charlie Sachs who laces that one by the first baseman McGrath, and there's another hit for the Magicians.
Yeah, when it's hit right over you, that's the hardest ball to catch as an outfielder, the one that's hit straight at you, whether it's over your head or in front of you, because you can't really tell which direction the ball is going.
Yes. And we all know
center field's even tougher in that respect.
Yeah. And we all know what that line drive, if it is hit right at you, what's the critical mistake that it's just almost never able to recover from?
I'm sorry, what was that?
That line, when they hit that line drive sort of right at you.
Yeah.
What's the mistake as an outfielder you almost can never recover from?
You run in.
Yep.
Take
that first step is in.
First step should always be back, kids.
Or at least freeze if you don't know. But yeah, if you take that first step in, you're doomed.
Infield, your first step is in. Outfield, your first step is back. That's one of the mistakes that guys who play a lot of infield when they get shifted to the outfield make.
Yes. That's Chris DeWitt who had the two-run single last time. Visnick has it, goes off him.
That ball looked like it had a little skip on it just before it got to Ian.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll still call that probably an E5. Now Bodie standing in with two on, and that one behind him.
Oh, that'll keep the batter on his toes.
Yeah. Second baseman Bodie Bartram, as we mentioned, he's had a very busy day in the field so far.
Yeah.
Last time up in the first, Guanci was able to get him to pop out to Casey McGrath to end that inning. He's once again facing Bodie at a critical moment when he needs an out. And Bodie swung on high, fly in a right field. Center fielder goes a long way to get it in. That's a good throw. He's got it.
Beautiful throw by Kolowski.
Devin Kolowski. What an inning. A Willie Mays style catch over the shoulder, and then goes a long way to track that ball down, basically in right field, in a strong throw to gun down Sachs at the plate. So Guanci gets out of the third without giving up a run, and a big kudos to Devin Kolowski for the reason why.
Absolutely. 8-2. So it looked like it was going to go to the right fielder with the wind blowing, but Kolowski called him off, and he got himself a nice step and a really strong throw. The runner was out by several steps on that play.
Yeah.
And again, you know, Giardi, he's looking at this wind figuring, let's make them make a play. And Kolowski did that.
Yeah. No, I mean, at the high school level, especially, I totally would send him there and force a kid to make that throw. To Kolowski's credit, though, he threw an absolute laser.
Yeah, I mean, Staff here didn't have to move much to get that ball and made the nice, easy tag.
And as you mentioned, ended up gutting down Sachs by quite a bit.
And that'll help your pitch count.
Yes.
Because Noah came into that inning with 52 pitches, and he wound up with, he's at 62 now, so. That a quick pitch inning like that kind of helps even out your pitch count anyway. Beverly's going to get some base runners on. They did get a base runner on to start the inning, last inning, and he wound up scoring.
So Beverly, after keeping Marblehead off the scorebook again, the scoreboard, now here in the bottom of the third, trying to push across another to tie this game up. Jonathan Reyes, the shortstop, leading things off against Mod.
Mod's under 20 pitches right now for the game. Contrast that with Guanci, who's at 60.
Yeah. Jonathan swung on, and fair ball. First baseman has it and makes the play. So 3 unassisted with the putout.
That'll help you pitch count.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the items hanging on the fence there are tracking pitch count, though.
No. Strike on the outer half. Back to the top of the order, Logan Petrosino.
You know, they've got lots of items for scouts and parents or whatever to use to track stuff. There's a camera that follows the ball, basketball. So you don't even have to do anything. You don't even need a cameraman.
No.
But, you know, the human element of a cameraman helps. You know, you can't let robots take over everything.
There's a radar gun.
Yeah, there is. There's a radar gun down there. There's all kinds of stuff.
That was missing high and away, the Petrosino.
That's like they talk about using robotics for umpires and such. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that one's going to go foul.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, there's a certain human element to every game, every sport, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we could put robots out on the field, too, and just watch them swing at balls or whatever, but there's the human element. I mean, of course, when an umpire makes a mistake, people don't like that human element part of it. That's what video games are for, I suppose. Oh, proves that one.
Strike 3 as he catches Logan looking. Maybe that human element you talked about.
Shit. Yeah. Damn that human. You know, you got AI going to be taking over the world in about a year. It teaches itself everything.
Strike on the outer half. And here is the star of that last inning, Devin Kowalski. Had a hand in all 3 putouts. This one he beats on the ground over the second, though. Bartram has it on the first. Got him, and Maud has himself an easy 1-2-3. Bottom of the third, on to the fourth. Score remaining the same. Marblehead 2, Beverly 1.
Maud's at about 26 pitches. They did not need an electronic device to keep track of that.
26 pitches through 3 innings.
Then again, the human element may prove me wrong on that. So.
Maud being very consistent. He's got 2 punch-outs now, but it took him till the end of the second and then this inning to get his first 2. He's had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 outs recorded by the second baseman, Bartram. So consistently.
So we got a pitching change.
Yeah.
Connolly. Looks like Connolly's taking them on now.
Okay. So that will close the book on Noah Guanci. And Noah, not quite as good as his last outing. He battled through it, though. I mean, at times it looked like he could go off the rails, and he was able to at least keep things under wraps as we have ourselves still quite the ball game here in the fourth. But Noah done after 3 innings, 2 runs allowed. He walked 2, he struck out 3, and hit a batter, and allowed 3 hits. So Connolly will get 8, 9, and 1. David, Bartram, Wyman, and then back at the top of the order.
Gets a little help from the umpire there.
Yeah. Nope, that one missing outside. Too far that time.
Grooves that one.
Oh,
I guess not.
he likes giving that outer half, I guess, unless he thought that one as high. And swung on and fouled off.
Again, you can see, besides the flag, you can see the dust of the infield blowing across the field. Upstairs.
That one missing high.
Look out.
Swung on and tapped foul over the third base side. They'll do it again here.
That's the sixth pitch of the at-bat, making it a quab. We don't have Jay Bellew this year to talk about the quab. Trying to get him in the booth at some point.
As the trash blows across the mound, ground ball over the third. Visnick has it, and on the first for the out.
Connolly gets his first out of the day.
Connolly missing down and away on the first one, the number 9 man, Wyman.
Upstairs.
Okay, high maybe. 2-0 on the number 9 hitter. Got to come after him here. This is a dangerous Marblehead lineup. And you don't want to turn it over back to the top of it with a man on base.
Yeah.
But Connolly in danger of doing that now. 3-0. I would imagine the take sign is on. And that one missing inside on a 4-pitch walk from Connolly to the number 9 man. So now back to the top of the order, which can always spell trouble, Brooks Keefe.
Now you get a right-handed pitcher in Connor Connolly here, who makes it a little easier to steal.
There he goes. Throw got him.
Here.
He's got.
Oh, you missed it.
Petro trying to say tag him on the foot. All right, so we're going to see Coach coming right out.
I can hear the shortstop saying that he got the tag on him. I thought he got him.
The throw took the second baseman, Petrosino, off the bag, but
it took him right into the path of the runner.
Yeah, and it looked like he swept the tag down and got the foot.
He did.
Coach is pleading his case because he surely doesn't want Logan to talk too much.
Right. And Logan's not.
It's going to be unsuccessful, and it's going to be a stolen base. Now a man in scoring position for Marblehead with just one out at the top of the order. There's a strike.
He likes that outside corner.
He does.
Slide step there. You don't really need the slide step as much. The guy in second.
No. And buries that one into his kitchen.
Nice right on the hands.
That always feels just so lovely on a cold, windy day.
Yeah. He'll be feeling that. That sting will be the next 2 innings.
Yeah, I was going to say that numbness in the hand will stay there for at least 2.
Moved the run to the third, though.
He did, but with 2 outs now.
Good stop by Staff here.
And here is Riley Schmidt hit by a pitch and then singled back in the second. Now Riley, a 2-out RBI opportunity.
There.
Was Riley one of the guys that you said's batting like 500?
Yes.
That's what I thought, yeah. Oh, he reaches out and might have chased one as he pops it up. Casey McGrath is there, makes the play, back-to-back putouts for Casey unassisted. And Connolly, with the mistake of walking the number 9 man, does a great job, though, of attacking the top of the order and getting out of it.
Yeah, anytime you can get a guy hit 500 to pop out to the infield, that's a win.
Yeah.
And it prevent the run from scoring, so that's always nice too.
All right, as we have a minute here, I'm gonna do one last ditch opportunity here on Baseball References to see if I can find who I'm talking about for the Ian Maud column.
Okay. Now you actually got to pay attention to his pitching motion. I haven't really been paying attention. I watch everything else but the pitching motion. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Sam Dyson.
Sam Dyson, okay. It's not what I was thinking.
Like I said, I like going obscure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Played from 2012 to 2019. Pitched for Toronto, Miami, Texas, San Francisco.
It's a little bit of an old school wind-up that he's got there.
Uh-huh.
Mechanically, it's fairly sound, though. You know,
yeah.
He bunches himself up there, gets that knee back, uses his lower body not to put pressure on his arm.
Did have one season of 38 saves for the Rangers.
Francis Martin up. Chris Roy, who's working the booth today, thinks it looks a little bit like John Lackey.
I tell him actually that did come to my mind a little bit.
You know, he can actually hear you. He's
I know. Booth. I know. I forgot he could hear me. I'm so used to people texting you about this stuff.
I know. I know, right? I usually have to respond back.
But actually, yeah, Chris, that one did come to my mind originally too. And he actually, I don't know. And maybe if I was in center field and had that look too, maybe I would change to
maybe pick up to
just strictly John Lackey. I don't know.
3-0 strike.
But no matter what you want to comp him to, he has certainly been efficient today.
Yeah, just reached his 30th pitch.
Yeah.
The 4th inning. On a cold day like today, cold day like today, you like the efficient pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Full count now. Nobody's
Beverly does have the meat of their order here, trailing by just 1 run. Visnick, Martin, and McGrath.
It's a close one. That ball was definitely outside. Maud looking for that.
Yeah.
But, you know, seeing that this umpire's been calling some outside strikes.
All right, so Martin standing in now as Visnick draws the walk. Visnick has walked twice.
Right there. I'm still in preseason form with the book. I just made my mistake right there.
The wind has calmed down a little bit there.
Don't know who had him leading.
I I spoke too soon. Oh, I really spoke too soon. Oh.
It's funny, Visnick, every time he steps over, looks like he's surprised.
Yeah.
Going back to the bag. He's an aggressive base runner. Fly ball
On high
field.
fly, the center fielder
win.
trailing over. He's under it and makes the catch. Anything the center fielder does today, he's just going to have to assume he's going to have to keep moving towards right field. Everything you do.
Casey McGrath, the lone run for the Panthers. Base hit and an error.
Casey swung on high, fly out towards us. Really close to us.
The key on those, Dom, is to look calm as it comes over to you. You can't be running away from the ball.
I think I was pretty calm on
Oh, yeah, you were good. You were good. Quick throw over.
I was watching that
people
the
are watching
whole way.
to see how we react to those fly balls.
I was more worried for him. I knew it wasn't going to hit
about
me.
the camera.
I knew it wasn't going to hit me, but I thought there was a small chance it was going to hit.
Yeah, I wasn't really worried about Mark. I was worried about the equipment.
I was going to go out and catch it.
Well, you know, he's safe. Oh, come on! I thought he got under the tag.
I don't think he got to the base.
Oh.
All right,
So Visnick thrown out stealing.
Aggressive. 2-4. Caught stealing. All right, that'll empty the bases.
Yeah. Indeed, and now McGrath hitting with 2 away. Did the slide not even reach the base?
I think he did eventually get there, but I think because the ball was there, he had to slide earlier than he had intended.
I thought he got under it, but yeah.
That's why I'm so much more a fan of the head first slide. I know it's so dangerous for the hands, but it makes you so much harder to tag.
Yeah, and it's easier to get away, right? You can,
you
go
can do the
outside,
swim.
inside. That ball's in the dirt.
That one catching the inside corner down at the knees and gets Casey McGrath looking.
And then there's Mud.
So Ian Maude continues his efficient march through this game, having himself another fine inning. He walked Visnick, but eventually Ian was retired, caught stealing, and retired of Martin and McGrath, the following hitters.
Yeah, caught stealing helps you when you get a guy on base.
Yeah.
With your pitch count. He's had about 40 pitches right now through 4 innings.
Oh, can't ask for better.
Yeah.
Connolly back to work.
Connor Connolly out there. Bit of an alliterative name. Connolly walked his first batter.
He's going to face 3, 4, and 5. Shane, Chris, and Sachs. Shane has had some very nice at-bats so far today, but they've been able to make sure he doesn't do damage.
Yeah, Keogh, he's returning from last year. One of the only guys who got significant playing time last year in that roster. good hitter. Tops, towards the top in the conference. See, he looks like Jim Tomey, doesn't he?
Yeah, a little bit.
Not as beefy as Tomey.
No, definitely not.
Tomey's one of those guys you don't really think of. I mean, talk about all-time great home run hitters. But he's up there.
He certainly was able to have such a long career doing it, too.
And he was a pretty good fielder.
He was, and I think he gets lumped in sometimes because he played around the same time as Adam Dunn.
Yeah.
But he was a far better hitter than Adam Dunn was, and did it longer than Dunn was able to do it for him.
He walked him. Yeah, Dunn was essentially home run or strikeout.
Yes.
I mean, Tomey struck out his fair share, but Dunn was literally home run or strikeout.
Yes.
And Dunn hit some absolute bombs in his day.
He did.
But Tomey did it for a little bit longer time, and I think he's in the 600 club, isn't he?
He might
pretty
be.
Close.
He might be.
And, you never heard a bad word spoken about him either. He's considered one of the classier guys to play in the majors.
Yeah, great.
Especially during that time when there were so many guys who hit a lot of home runs, and their attitudes, the press wasn't too...
Yes. There was a few of them.
Pleased with some of them.
So here is Chris Kanusko, walked and scored back in the first on Chris DeWitt's 2-run single. He flied out to Devin when Devin made that nice catch over the shoulder his last time.
Yeah, so Kolaski with that, as we said, that Willie Mays-like catch over the shoulder, and then the catch and throw him out in last inning.
Oh,
inside.
Connolly missing inside, and Chris has lost his, has lost his release point a little bit here.
Panthers will be playing again on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Game originally scheduled for Friday.
That's right.
So we'll be on the case on that game.
That's 12 o'clock too.
Indeed it is. That will be another 12 o'clock game on Saturday.
Against Lawrence.
Swung on and missed. Kanusko really pulled off that ball a little bit.
Last year Beverly played Lawrence, beat them, and then Lawrence went on a run. They're actually really good last year.
He's going. Kanusko spoils it foul, though.
Over. 2-2 is the count. Your runner might be going.
Do they have a game on the road before that Saturday game?
The runner's not going upstairs. I don't believe so.
Rich, I think they do.
All right, let's take a quick look. Oh, you know what, you are correct. They're at Saugus on Friday.
Okay.
At World Series Field.
That's not the tiny one, is it? No, that's Swampscott.
Right. Now, actually, World Series Field is fairly large. Runners going.
Gets by Connolly, but the second baseman is there. Petrosino throws and got him.
4-3, fielder's choice. Moves the runner over. Gets the runner in scoring position for sacks.
You know, Rich, that was one of those balls that when you're watching it happen, you can see Logan lined up perfectly behind him, and you watch the pitcher lunge out, and you're thinking, no,
Don't touch it, don't touch it.
And fortunately, he didn't. Obviously, it's all reactionary that you go for.
Yeah.
You can't really, it's hard to think that through. And you never know where your guy is for sure, so.
Yeah, the runner was going, so it really put Logan in perfect position.
Yes.
To make that play. And like you said, sometimes the pitcher gets a piece of it, slows it down, or deflects it another area. Oh, Dom, I think the wind picking up a little bit more.
Yeah. Kind of blowing straight in now. And by the way, this is Charlie Sachs.
Small craft advisory going to the National Weather Service today. It was interesting. I was driving on Lothrop Street and I saw some small sailboats out on the water.
Really?
I think it was like a little training kind of thing.
Nah, there's a regatta at.
A regatta already, huh? Our cameraman Mark says there's a regatta going on, probably at the Jubilee Yacht Club.
Yeah, Jubilee, right. Yeah. I'll do that because we're covered.
Okay. We don't have Tommy Donovan here to tell us about the happenings at the Jubilee.
That one swung on and missed, and Connor retires Charlie Sachs on strikes. 2 away now. And here is the man who's had the biggest blow of the game so far, Chris DeWitt. Back in the first with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Delivered a 2-run single on a ball that
Marblehead's only 2 runs.
Yeah. On a ball that he had laced in the left field.
Yeah.
And it is funny, with the struggles Guanci went through and all the base runners, it's still only 2 runs.
Yeah, he only gave up the 2 runs in that 1 inning.
Yeah.
But that 1 inning really cost him pitch count-wise.
Oh, yeah. It was a 30-plus pitch inning. Oof.
Inside. Connolly's pitch count's up over 30 now. Connor moves a little, it's a little more deliberate.
Yes.
On the mound than Noah.
You could say that about almost anyone, though.
Yeah, Noah pitches like he's gonna get to work or something right after the game.
He's got dinner reservations.
Oh, we got him leaning.
Yeah, he did.
You know, if they were running a play on that, they might have actually had him.
They might have, for sure. I mean, he really got him leading. Oh, DeWitt. Oh,
chasing that one.
He is not happy with himself. Connor really does kind of drop down.
Yeah.
Go a full sidearm, and that might have led to DeWitt chasing that thing like that out of the zone.
Yeah, and that ball kind of just slid away from the batter, too.
And that one to Visnick. Ian has it. Long throw.
And,
Casey picks, knocks it down at least, but unable to get the out.
F5.
That ball kind of put Ian on his back foot a little bit with that last hop, and it kind of messed him up on the throw. I think he had a little bit more time than he realized.
Yeah, I think you're right.
To make it, but as I said, put him on his back foot, I think it made him a little uncomfortable. And again, you know, that can cause you to rush.
Yeah. First and third, 2 outs. Let's see if they send the runner here. Bartram 0 for 2, and they
there
did.
He goes.
Really
big
good
throw. With the man at third.
What happened?
Oh.
They sent it back. Okay.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did he call time before that pitch not even count?
No, it's a 1-1 count. The umpire just signaled 1-1.
What?
I think the runner stole the base, but thought he had to go back.
Okay. That is bizarre.
He kind of gave it back.
Okay.
So he gave it back on his own.
Yeah.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, that was awfully nice of him.
Yeah, what a gentleman.
Yeah, so he stole the base. He actually did get to the base, and he just ran back.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe one of the infielders told him go back.
Oh, he's chasing.
Fouled it off.
Fouls it off, though.
The runner on first is a little confused over there.
Was it a foul tip?
I don't believe it was. I don't think anybody knew what was
the umpire would
going
put his
on.
hands out if it was a foul tip. The only thing I can
Right, yeah.
The only thing I can think of is either timeout was called or he himself, the runner. It doesn't matter either way because Connor
it doesn't really matter.
gets Bartram fishing. Got him fishing, by the way, on 2 pitches on that at bat. Connor looks a little tough to pick up as a right-handed hitter. A nice job by Connolly. 2 shutout innings against what has been a potent Marblehead Magicians lineup all season. And as we go to the bottom of the 5th, still a 1-run game.
Yeah. Yeah, I getting back to the base running, I think he thought it was a foul ball, but he started jogging back, like, oh, not a big deal. And then he sprinted back as if, oh, no, I think I did something wrong.
Yeah.
So, again, the strikeout.
Something new every day.
Yeah, the strikeout by Connolly negates everything, so you don't really have to worry about it.
Like I said, you can watch so much baseball, and yet you seem to see new things more often than you would think. Last night I saw something new for the first time. I saw Fenway Park have to play dirty water twice.
What is that?
Yeah. I don't know if you knew what happened last night, but Verdugo walked it off on a ball down that weird right field area.
Pesky pole kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, and then no one knew if it was fair or foul.
So why did they have to play the song twice?
Well, because at first...
because they reviewed it?
Yeah, so at first, everyone was freaking out, assuming it was fair.
Yep.
Dirty Water came on. Everyone stops, but Dirty Water's still playing. And then we go to the replay booth. Dirty Water finishes while everyone's standing around, and then they finally come out and say, call stands.
Okay. Yeah, that's one of the quirks of Fenway Park, which there are many.
Yeah. Probably the quirkiest ballpark in all of sports.
Yeah. I mean, now they've built a few stadiums like where the Astros play. They built some quirks into it, which they didn't really need to.
But I'm talking about quirks that actually affect play.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they put that hill out in center field.
They got rid of that, though.
Yeah. But you got that weird left field.
Yep, they do have that
thing there. Oh!
Swung on hard and over the leaping shortstop.
All right, so let's see if Coach will run for Carter here.
Tim Carter wasting no time ambushing Ian Mard.
They're going to run for him.
And a hard line drive. I was worried for a minute it wasn't going to get over the shortstop, but it did.
So McManus coming in to run.
Okay.
For Carter. Noah Staffier up. Noah with the lone RBI for the Panthers. So let's see if he's going to bunt him over here. They're playing him to bunt. And he squares, throwing over.
With the bottom of the order still coming up, though?
Yeah.
Unless you have an idea of pinch hitting for one of them.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Throw it over. Now, if you're Cahill, don't you take it off?
Yeah.
Hold the third baseman in. Now let him swing.
I would. I don't mind Staffier swinging the bat here. He's going to bunt high, gets off the catcher's mitt, and it's going to get McManus to second either way. So a completely moot point now.
So, you know, Dom, we haven't talked about the little wiggle that Mod's got out there. It's almost like he's cradling a baby as he starts his windup.
Yes.
All right, so Giardi's going to have a little talk with him.
Mod facing his first real adversity since back in the second inning.
All right, so you got a runner on second. Some coaches will bunt the guy, try to bunt the guy to third.
I think I'd still let Staffier swing the bat.
I would too.
You know, I don't.
He drove in. You know, he drove in the run last time.
Yeah, and Maud has pitched very well, but he has not been overpowering.
No, right. He's around the strike zone.
He's done a great job of just inducing soft contact, particularly a lot of it to the right side, by the way, anyway.
Right, right. So you got your first baseman playing in, ready for a bunt. So that brings him in a little bit. If you might be able to slap one past him. And he squares.
Still squaring around the bunt and fouls it off.
It was a little high.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
You'd prefer to try to bunt a high pitch, but
yeah,
so you can get over it. But he's trying to push it over to the right side. Might be better off bunting it down
he's
third
really
base.
coming in now.
Pulls it back.
Pulls it back, and that one missing. But yeah, you know, Mott pitched very well, but only 3 punch-outs here as we're in the 5th inning, as I've mentioned. So.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a pitch out here and throw down to second base. The base runner gets off. Outside.
That one missing as well on the outer half.
Yeah, 3-1?
Yeah.
3-1, don't you?
I'd let him hit.
Let him swing. Still, especially when you get your first baseman playing in that tight. Outside.
And that one missing outside, ball 4. So Ian Maud with a walk just to, oh, it is his 3rd.
Man has had himself a lead. He probably could have got third base with the way the ball pulled the catcher over.
Yeah.
So, you know, you get Graham Gavin here.
And I do think that they will be asking Graham to now with a chance to get 2 men in scoring position and still nobody out right now. So
your first baseman practically on top of the batter there.
I know.
You know, they do let you slash bunt at the high school level. He could pull that back and swing.
That is almost comical.
Yeah, really.
How far he's coming in.
Yeah.
So in high school, he could pull back and swing away.
He could pull back and swing away. Yep. Which makes it kind of dangerous. First baseman probably doesn't seem to be too worried about it. I would let him swing away here.
I would too.
I mean, the way they're moving, you get the first baseman there, the second baseman is practically playing the first base position now.
The first baseman has calmed down at least a little bit on just how much, but it is still very pronounced.
He's got 2 strikes on him now.
At one. It looked like it made a little slider that caught the inner half.
Yeah, it did.
Started at him and then caught that inner half. And Ian Maud gets a huge punch out right there.
Jonathan Reyes now.
So now that'll bring up Jonathan Reyes. 1 out, still 2 on. The tying run at second, go ahead run at first. Reyes grounded out to the first baseman his first time up. And that one in on the inner half for a strike. Oh, that was
high. A little high.
Reyes slaps that through.
They're going to hold him up.
Hold him up.
Good idea, because you got Petrosino coming up.
Jonathan Reyes, though, a great job, the number 9 hitter, of keeping the line moving as he slaps that one through the hole between first and second. Second hit inning for the Panthers, and the bases loaded for the top of the order in Logan Petrosino.
So you got Petrosino, who last year was the top RBI guy. Yeah, he's a batting leadoff now. I think that's really a matter of trying to get your best hitter
as many ABs, yeah. And it's going to work out here as you got him up now with the bases loaded. Panthers trailing by just 1 in the 5th.
Outside.
That one missing high and outside, and Maud fouls behind to Petrosino.
Outside. That one was kind of close, huh?
Yeah.
And the other thing is, this is kind of forced Maud to throw more pitches in the inning than he's been used to today.
Oh, far more than he's used to. I mean, he was averaging less than 10 pitches an inning, honestly, at one point.
What's it, 3-0?
Yeah.
3-0. Nobody warming up in the bullpen yet.
3-0 on Petrosino, no place to put him. That one misses ball 4, and Maud has walked in a run. We are tied at 2.
We said, you know, Logan's the RBI guy. He gets the RBI up.
And that was a 4-pitch walk.
Okay, so Koloski.
Second walk of the inning. And now Devin Koloski with a chance to give the Panthers their first lead of the afternoon. Swung on ground ball, foul ball.
You know, why not have Koloski be the guy to do that?
He kept him off the
the
board
field so far.
Yeah, Devin's had a great day in the field. He's the one that kept this game at a 1-run game.
Koloski
gunned down Charlie Sachs at the plate back in the 3rd, I believe it was, or maybe it was the 4th.
Oh,
Swung
he
on,
does. He
slaps
drives
it
in
the opposite way.
at least.
In the right
Hold
field.
him up.
They'll hold up the second guy. But Staffier scores. And the Panthers in front now for the first time today, up 3-2. All day, all inning, the Panthers have been doing a good job of just taking what he's given them and going the other way. A lot of these balls have been the other way.
Yeah, they've done a great job.
Early, most of them outs to Bodie Bartram, but now they've found that hole between the first baseman and the second baseman.
Strike. Second strike there.
That's where Reyes put his ball, and that's where Koloski just put his RBI single.
Yep.
Another one. Straight through that hole again.
Keep on hitting that spot. Throw. Oh, ball gets
that one
away.
goes by the catcher. They're going to bring him home. He's going to be out.
Oh, he's out. Oh, they called him safe.
There's the head first slide.
There's the head first slide. He got his hand in.
I can't believe he got under that. I thought he looked like a dead duck.
The throw was there before him. It was high. Logan was able to get his hand down. Huge 4-run inning.
So Petrosino coming in to score there as the throw goes by the catcher. He looked dead to rights, but the head first slide gets underneath the tag.
And all the runners advanced on that.
And it's a 4-run inning for Beverly. After being held pretty quiet all day, they explode here in the 5th. And that spot between the first baseman and the second baseman has been the
pitching change here.
Has been the money zone here this inning.
Yeah, so Maud, you know, that spot right there, just wait on it. As you said, he doesn't have overpowering stuff, so the batter's been able to keep their hands back and slap it to that spot. So they're going to drive him out. They're going to drive Maud out of the game. Maud had about half as many pitches in that inning as he did the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, he absolutely cruised all day long. until this 5th inning.
It all started with Timmy Carter with the base hit. He got pitch run by McManus, and then Noah Staffio with a great at-bat draws the walk. Then they got the strikeout, and then Reyes with a nice piece of hit between the second baseman and first baseman. You know, it's one of those things where the second baseman is playing a little closer to second base rather than the traditional spot. And they had 3 hits that went right through that spot.
Yeah.
And again, the walk by Petrosino got the run in. But, you know, you had 4 hits this inning, 3 of them between, you know, where the second baseman maybe could have been.
Yes.
They would have been tough plays to make by a second baseman.
Oh, yes.
I mean, they were clearly base hits. I mean, you position the guy, doesn't matter. Those are all base hits. But, you know, the Panthers just, you know, they got on top of a guy. They'd seen him second time coming around.
And
third time for a few guys. But
the pole is in my way every time. I believe that's number 15.
Oh, pitch it.
Yeah, and if it is, isn't that Canusko?
15.
yeah, it's number 15. You have the lineup right there.
Yep. Yep, I was right.
Chris Camuscio.
So Chris Canuccio. Oh, how did you say it?
Camuscio is how I would think.
Canuccio.
I following the C on that.
Yes.
And again, you know, parents that are watching at home, we don't get the phonetic spellings from coaches.
No, we don't.
So if we butcher the names,
sorry,
we apologize.
All right, so Chris Canuccio is now the man on the hill, and he is tasked with getting Marblehead out of a sticky situation. Led most of the way, and then the floodgates have opened here in the 5th. Panthers scoring 4 runs and now taking a 5-2 lead on them. And they still have second and third here and only 1 out.
Yeah. Infield's playing in, trying to cut down the runner.
You have the cleanup hitter, Martin, standing in.
Francis Martin looking to drive the ball to the outfield here. He did his last at-bat, hit a fly ball to center field.
Infield is in now as Marblehead can't afford to go down by much more on a day that for the most part has been tough to come across runs. Marblehead scored twice back in the first. They have not scored since. And look at him again. The opposite way, plops it down in the right field. I think that's going to be 2 runs. It is going to be 2 runs. The Panthers consistently taking the ball the opposite way.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Francis Martin, following the line of everybody else, drops that thing in the right field, a 2-run single, and it's 7-2.
Seeing how they've been driving the ball that way, you wonder if during batting practice, their last batting practice, coach had worked with them on driving the ball the other way that way.
Maybe. Whatever it is.
Keep the hands back and just drive it.
It is paying dividends today.
Yeah.
And again, on a day, too, where it's going to be tough to really get into a ball and drive it. That one, the third baseman, he has it, throws him out at second.
Just out at second, no other call there. Okay.
Did he throw?
He did not throw it.
No, he didn't throw it.
McGrath getting down the line pretty good there.
So now 2 away. And the spot where Tim Carter was, who started this inning, he was pinned run, though, by McManus.
Yep. So McManus now got a bat.
So now it'll be McManus, the hitter. McManus going the opposite way for a left-handed batter, but well off into foul territory.
Big 6-run inning, though, for the Panthers.
I know. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, Mott had just been cruising along, really.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely out of nowhere. Be interesting to see what the Panthers do with the pitching now. Only 2 shutout innings.
Considering that they've got 2 games in the next 3 days.
That one well away and up in the backstop. He'll even take a big turn around second on that. But yeah, you know, is Connolly at the number of pitches where he's done anyway for a couple of days potentially? They might just run Connor back out there for the next day.
Well, he's at 38, so if he doesn't pitch anymore, if my numbers are correct, which these are unofficial numbers, but
exactly.
At 38, he could come back and pitch on Friday.
Okay.
I don't know what coach has planned for Friday and then Saturday. You got to figure Mastriani's going to pitch one of those games.
I mean, isn't that probably why Graham Gavin is on the varsity roster too right now?
Could be. I mean, could be. He's just been playing well.
High fly in the center field. Center fielder charging in, dives.
And the
Didn't get it.
Score.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah, that's that no man's land right there between 3 players. McManus gets himself a base hit.
And
and an RBI.
Did the wind keep pushing that ball in? Because it ends up that the center fielder had a really far way to go. You would think that maybe it was a place that the infielder would have been in.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he thought he had a beat and that thing just kept coming in.
It just died, you know.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's good base running by Casey McGrath, realizing there are 2 outs. He scored from first base on that.
Yeah, I know. Oh, ouch. Yep. Oh, that never feels great. The umpire is going to be nice here and walk out to the pitcher to give him a ball back or a new one, and give poor Staffy here some time to recover.
Yeah. So McManus is coming out.
Okay.
Oh wait, that wasn't. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? That wasn't McManus that got that hit.
Who was it?
I don't know who it was. To tell you the truth. Oh, you know those. I don't. You know, we got that wrong. That wasn't McManus that got up.
Okay.
That hit. We're gonna have to go back and take a look at who that batter was.
It was number 1.
Well, number 1 just went out to run. He just switched with someone. I don't know who it might have been. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have to see. Hopefully, Chris Roy was paying attention to that.
Oof. Are you sure it wasn't number 1?
No, McManus, number 1, just came out to run for whoever.
No, I thought he just went in there to talk to someone or something as they were giving Staff here a break. Okay.
I have to go back and look at the replay later on.
I thought there was just time called, basically, for Staff here to recover. There he goes, swung on, high fly, pops it up. The pitcher is over in the foul territory. And Chris McManus makes the play and puts an end to the inning, but the Panthers, out of nowhere, explode for a 7-run fifth inning.
7 runs in that one inning alone.
And after Ian Maude had basically kept them pretty in check for 4 innings, all of a sudden 7 runs, and the Panthers go from trailing all day to blowing this thing open a bit. Now leading 8-2 on Marblehead. And we'll see who the Panthers trot out on the hill, if it'll be Connolly or if we'll go to somebody else. 7
runs on 6 hits and 2 walks. No thanks. All set.
I mean, I'll take some, actually.
Sounds really nice. Okay, so confirming that it was McManus with the hit.
Okay, I thought so.
Okay, I thought he had run.
No,
out.
I think they were being nice to staff here, and they were giving him some time to recover.
Gotcha. Okay.
And so he ran in. I'll do it if you want. Oh, thank you.
All right, so we got 8-2 now. Bringing in new pitcher McManus pitching now, coming in as a lefty.
That's good, Mark. Thank you so much.
Marblehead with 2 runs, 3 hits.
It is still hot.
2 errors on the day.
Glad I have Rich here who stays doing his job while I'm off here getting.
Well, I'm trying to confirm some stuff with the guys in the booth. Chris Roy working the booth today. It's kind of been a patchwork crew working the booth ever since our buddy Robert Dokes went out to greener pastures. Although he's living in New Jersey, I don't know how much greener those pastures are.
Yeah, it's a figure of speech. Yeah. Rich, I can do 100 degrees. I'll never pay for AC. I don't believe in it. It drops below 50, and I just hate it.
Yep.
Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how I've survived in Massachusetts for so long, because I don't know.
Okay, so we got Manus now on the mound after he had the hit last inning.
Okay.
Lefty, looked like a strike, I guess not. So we got here Devin Bartram.
Yeah.
Got a strike in there.
So David Bartram, then Wyman, and then back to the top of the order in Key. That is also a strike. David has struck out and then grounded out to Visnick. Got him.
This little two-seamer tail.
Two-seam fastball tailing away from the right-hander.
That's a really nice pitch right there.
It is, yeah, it is.
That could be such an effective pitch for a left-handed pitcher facing a right-handed batter. Works like a slider, a right-hander's slider against a right-handed pitcher. That tail.
I have McManus's comp right away. Barry Zito.
That's pretty good. I'll give you that one. Kind of stands like Zito.
He does everything like Zito.
Yeah.
He does the hand down curve back too.
Yeah.
After the leg kick. No, he's spitting image.
Nice pitch right there. Okay, so we got a little correction last inning. So McManus, they took McManus off at first base, and they had Matthew Roy pinch run for McManus to get him ready to pitch.
Okay.
All right.
But it was McManus.
That's the assumption of the guys in the booth.
But McManus did get the hit.
I believe so, yes.
That one swung on and popped up.
Reyes.
Shortstop underneath it. Reyes got it and 2 away. So, McManus doing a good job here, retiring 8 and 9, and now flipping over the lineup at least with a clean nobody on base and 2 outs. Brooks swung on and fouls that one off.
Again, that two-seamer. The ball's got a lot of movement on it. Makes it hard for the hitter to square up on it.
Yeah. By the way, Rich, you know, to those watching who might not be as familiar with the lingo, tell us the difference between that two-seamer and what everyone thinks of a fastball, which is usually the four-seamer.
Yeah, so we got a ground out there just on that. We'll get that.
Did you not hear me because of the wind?
No, I did hear you.
Okay,
I'm just trying to.
No, I know you're getting the book. You
get the book ready. McManus with about 10 pitches in it. So the way you hold the ball, right? You know, you can hold. You know, when you throw a fastball, you got your 2 fingers on the ball and then your thumb underneath, right? Mm-hmm. And so you put your fingers between the laces on a two-seamer, and what it does, it's kind of like, you know, sometimes how you throw a curveball, but instead you're not throwing a curveball, you're just throwing a fastball. And what it does, it makes that ball tail as opposed to go straight. A four-seamer is really more of a straight fastball, and its movement tends to be a little more downward. Mm-hmm. The tailing fastball, depending on the angle that you're coming from, the ball's going to tail, like we saw there with McManus. The ball tails away from a right-handed batter from a left-handed pitcher. So it's not a breaking ball, but there's a lot of movement on it. And if you can make that ball work like that, what happens, it starts over the plate. And if you notice there, those balls were starting over the plate, so the batter looks at it and sees it as a fastball down the middle. I want to swing at it, but then by the time the ball reaches the plate, it's getting the end of the bat. So you can't really get a good, you know, you can't hit it on the sweet spot. Sometimes, you know, it breaks so much that it makes the guy just miss the ball.
Indeed, and usually very effective at keeping the ball on the ground.
Yeah.
Guys who throw a good two-seamer, because it's hard not to beat that thing into the ground. Very good sometimes is a ball you throw off the plate, and because it's a fastball, not a breaking ball, the hitter will give up on it.
Yeah.
And that thing will run back and catch the inner half or outer half, depending on where you're throwing it and who is throwing it, a lefty or a righty.
All right, so we got up, I think, is this a new batter?
Yeah.
They're
pinch hitting for Graham Gavin.
Anthony Mastriani batting now.
So Anthony Mastriani to leading off here against Canuccio. Strike.
Anthony, more known for his pitching acumen.
Mm-hmm. And swung on, foul tipped back into the mitt, and he is down on strikes.
Panthers batted 11 last inning, which messes up the scorebook.
I know. Oh, and here is Jonathan Reyes, who had a big at-bat. By the way, the Panthers were threatening. There was 2 on, but Maude had just gotten a big strikeout. Yeah. It was up to Reyes to try and keep the line moving and not have to make it, you know, 2 outs, and Jonathan Reyes did a great job slapping the ball to the way that he just hit that thing, except more on a line, and fell in front of the right fielder. Instead, this one into the right fielder's glove. But it was a great job by Reyes at a critical part in the game to keep everything with one out, keep the line moving, and get the top of the order up. And, you know, things broke open after that.
Absolutely did.
And so back now at the top of the order.
Petrosino 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored and an RBI.
Oh, ground ball, that gets by him. The shortstop Brooks has it. Can't come up with it cleanly, though, and Petrosino is on.
That was going to be a tough play anyway, so he kind of had to rush it.
I think I'm going to call it a hit.
Yeah. I think even Al would have called that a hit.
Now, did Chris get a piece of that ball and slow it up?
I think he did.
He may have.
It's funny, we just talked about that 2 innings ago.
Yeah, right.
And indeed, if Chris did get a piece of that and slow it down, that is the classic thing that we're talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if Chris doesn't get a piece of that, it probably is an easier play for Brooks, and he makes it.
But again, it wasn't hit so hard.
Swung on, line drive into center field. Center fielder has a beat on it.
Catch, though.
Has to hit the ground a little bit just to stay with it, but makes the catch, and that will end the sixth. Nothing doing for the Panthers there. One hit, one man left aboard, and we go now to the top of the seventh. Panthers trying to close this thing down, up 8-2 on Marblehead.
So it looks like McMahon is coming back out. So Connolly is online for the win right now.
Yes. Maud would be on the hook for the loss. McManus will have to contend with some pretty big bats here, though, this inning. Riley Schmidt, and Chris Penuccio.
Looking forward to those games in late May.
Oh, man.
Yes, I am.
The weather will finally be decent.
I bet you the weather will be better even just Saturday than this.
Yep.
I know. Let's see what the National Weather Service is predicting. It's going to be cloudy, rainy. It's going to be an ugly kind of day on Saturday.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Well, as long as it's not windy.
10 to 20 mile per hour wind.
Oh, man. Listen, it is only Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
Subject to change.
Oh, that ball
slaps that ball in the right field.
Foul.
That's going to be a foul ball.
So is this Schmidt?
Riley Schmidt made a bid right there for his second hit of the day. The just foul.
Stiff wind now.
Yeah.
That ball's outside. Fouls that off.
Panthers can indeed finish this off.
Yeah.
This is a really good win.
But
considering how much they had to battle on the pitching side, yet a number of really good defensive plays. The big one, Kolowski's throw out of sacks at the plate, right? And you had to battle on the mound and hold down what has been a very potent Marblehead Magicians lineup.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you can't sit back and, and rest on your laurels here. You still gotta go after them.
Well, I said if they finish it off.
knowing that Marblehead could score in bunches.
Yes. That one hit on the ground. Second baseman has it. On the first, got him.
Yeah.
And now there's 2 gone here in the 7th. Panthers 1 out away from finishing this off.
It is nice to with the wind blowing like this, to be in the lead.
Yeah.
You know, pitching. It does make it tough for your fielders, but as a pitcher, knowing that batters hate hitting in this.
Yes.
Nice pitch.
And if you're someone like McManus with a 2-seam fastball, sometimes it's really nice for you. You just want to bury this thing in on people's hands in weather like this.
Yeah. Bury it in on the hands. Just work the strike zone, in and out, up and down. Probably could get a little help from an umpire.
Ooh.
All right, that was upstairs too.
That was up and in. I don't even know if that was a swing or trying to get out of the way, and then that just made the bat come forward and hit it. But
Yeah. 2-2.
the result is the same.
What are you throwing here, Dom?
I'm not as familiar with his stuff, so it looked like something off.
Knowing that the wind is blowing the way it is, you're probably not going to see a guy hit the ball over the fence.
No.
They can come with that 2-seamer, start on the plate, kind of get a groove in on his hands.
Yeah. That one swung on, ground ball over to short. Has it. Strong throw on the first. McGrath stretches, got him, and that will do it. The Panthers offense, after being shut down most of the day by Ian Maud, explode for a 7-run 5th inning. And they end up taking this one by a final of 8-2 over Marblehead. Devin Kalowski probably having the play of the game, by the way, in center field. 2-1 was the score, and on a shallow sac fly, he had to kind of run a decent ways even to be able to get it.
Yeah.
Then drew out Charlie Sachs at the plate, got them out of trouble in that inning, and kept Marblehead off the scoreboard.
Well, I got to tell you, I'd give the game ball to Kalowski. He made 2 really good defensive plays, that over-the-head catch, but then that key play that you just talked about. And then he also came up with a big hit in that big inning.
Yes.
To make some stuff happen. Total team effort. One big inning. If you're Marblehead, you go back and say if we could have maybe done something here and there in that one inning. But the Panthers, they were being held down by Ian Maud for most of the game. And then they just broke out and got after him. But your starting pitcher Noah Guanzi kind of struggled with his control. He only threw 3 innings, but he gave up 2 runs in that first inning, and then they shut down one of the most high-powered offenses in the conference.
Yeah, and I'm
with
glad
a combination of Connolly and McManus coming in after.
And I'm glad you brought up Guanzi, actually, because I want to give Noah some credit, because he did not have his best stuff at all today. Not even close. And he did a good job. And it was a battle. You could tell he was battling all day through his 3 innings, but he kept them in the game.
Exactly, yeah. And then his teammates picked him up when they needed to in that big inning. But you got to give Connolly credit for coming in, doing a nice job for a couple innings.
Yes.
And then McManus coming in last inning and through last inning and this inning, doing a really nice job. So it's nice to see some of these younger guys picking it up and holding their own. Nice to see some of these younger guys getting some hits when they needed to. So it was a good total team effort.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, we'll be signing off. Panthers take this one over the Marblehead Magicians 8-2. We got plenty of baseball coming up this week. Panthers will be on the road on Friday, but then we'll be back here 12 o'clock start again Saturday.
You got it.
So that'll be it for Dominic Lorenzano and Rich Francis. Have a great rest of your week, ladies and gentlemen. Panthers win this one 8-2 over Marblehead.